All right, welcome in, guys, to the Jake Ellenbogen film room. Glad we are back. It has been a while, and don't ask me when. I don't remember when we stopped. I just remember getting copyright claimed and actually copyright, not struck, but I got it completely taken off YouTube because I went live and used footage that wasn't mine, even if it was used in terms of, fair use, but I guess we don't do that. Anyway, enough with the jabs at YouTube and everything else. Welcome back in. We're going to be talking about the Rams and Vikings today. This game happened. I have all 22. All 22 shows up on Wednesday, so I'm recording this on, you guessed it, a Wednesday. I have actually made my cursor big enough for you guys to finally see what the hell I'm doing. So that's the cool thing. So I did listen to you guys. I brought back the film room and the cursor's bigger. Let's dive into it. We have this first drive here with the Vikings and the Rams. Vikings get the ball first. The Rams decided to defer. So we're going to start this off here. And what you'll notice with this team is that they're just playing. This defense is playing with an edge right now. I understand it's the first play of the game, but it's very important to make a good impression on the first play. Look at this. The penetration, Aaron Donald, is able to get off his block. You have Greg Gaines there also helping him. There is a nice stop on that one. Now we move on here, and this is going to be second down. And now I believe about 9. They're going to pass here, and you're going to see not some bad. That is definitely not bad from Aaron Donald. He's getting through. That is Leonard Floyd. He's getting through. Pretty close, but Cousins is going to get this thing off somehow, and it's going to be caught by a nice play by Ernest Jones to minimize the gain there, throwing to Tyler Conklin, who's having himself a pretty solid season at the tight end spot in the midst of the injury to Irv Smith. Now, we move on here. It is third down. They're in the gun here. We're going to have Kirk Cousins motion. It looks like this is Justin Jefferson out to the wide here. And now Kirk is going to look, and this appears to be Conklin, but he's going to go here and dump it off to this running back here who's filling in for Dalvin Cook, who I didn't think played all that bad, and Alexander Madison. But watch this play from the rookie Ernest Jones. He's going to come over and make a beautiful stop, showing his sideline-to-sideline ability. We're going to go back here, and you'll check this out once again. All right, so now Ernest Jones, watch number 50. He reads this thing right off the rip, and he does a nice job of defending the running back, which is his job here. This is sideline-to-sideline ability, being able to make this play. Huge stop on third down. Obviously, the team loves it. We're going to see it again from this angle here. Ernest Jones gets out there, makes a beautiful stop. And this is a tone setter for the Rams early on in the game. Defense makes the stop. Now they force a punt. Love to see it. And, obviously this man made himself some money in this game. He didn't do it there, but Brandon Powell, we're going to talk about him at some point in this game, obviously, with his ability in the return game. I won't bore you with that. So we move on. Rams offensive first possession drive here. We're going to get some motion and then hand it off. Michelle, look at this blocking here. Look at all this blocking. He seals him off. This is Coleman Shelton doing his job. Brian Allen here. Keep in mind, they dealt with some COVID issues. Noteboom is out and Whitworth is out in this game, as we mentioned. So there are guys really having to step up. Shelton is in at guard. You have Corbett there. You have Havenstein there. Allen's at center. He's going to leave the game at some point, shortly with a knee injury. David Edwards filled in at left tackle, moved back to left guard when Allen went down. So we'll see Alaric Jackson. I know a lot of people were asking, how does Alaric Jackson do in this game? Well, we're going to get into it. So right off the bat here, this is a nice crease. Look at this crease. Beautiful job by the Rams, just carving out all this space. Now, understand, early on in the game, this is scripted. This is a very scripted drive. Scripted first 15 plays are going to be scripted. So right here, they do a nice job. And this is a pretty solid gain there to get nearly the first down right off the rip. I mean, this is exactly what you want to see. Motion out, use the jet motion, and you're going to see, I mean, he didn't lean too much, but Barr did lean enough where this did somewhat fool him. So now this is going to be the run again on this angle, and you can see just beautiful job sealing that one off. And this is what it's all about. Higbee being back is huge. It changes the whole complexion of the game, in my opinion. Allows you to run the 12 personnel grouping, even though Johnny Munt has been out. There's Cooper Kupp, potential MVP right there blocking. Edwards did a nice job at left tackle, when he was in there. And you're going to see it once he gets to this second level here. He's going to get tackled there, but that's a good job by Michelle. Good job by the offensive line. Moving on now, this is going to be a second and short situation, another jet motion, and we're going to see Sony Michelle get this ball. And right off the rip here, we're going to realize, okay, there's not too much going there. Sony reads it. He's going to cut inside and get some yards there. And that's really what it's all about there. Sony Michelle could have done what a replacement level player would have done here and just run into the back right here and just fallen down. But he sees nothing's there. He's going to try to make something out of nothing. And there could have been a little bit of a hold there for sure. But Michelle is going to run out here and get some yards. That's some good running there. So now we are on the third down portion of this. And Sony Michelle, play action. Stafford, he's going to look and he's going to fire. And this one's almost picked. Now, what went wrong with this play? Cameron Dantzler obviously should have caught that. But what went wrong with this play? We look at the offense. You had a simple, just a boot play action here. Sony Michelle goes out. They don't really buy it. But you look, OBJ looks open there. Van is not open. And then now Van is open. If you throw this immediately, the way Harrison Smith is running back, he's not going to be able to make this play. And you look at OBJ here and the way he's running, if you throw it more here, you have to worry about this guy jumping this route. So how does this work? Well, right off the bat, Stafford is reading. He sees the play is supposed to be over the top to OBJ, clearly. As you can see, that's what he was looking, that read. He sees Harrison bite on that. He also sees 24, and this guy is warning him. But of course, this is a safety right here, the last line of defense. And Harrison Smith, playing free safety, has this part of the field, so he's not going to follow. So Stafford knows that. See, he pump fakes here. If he throws on a dime, he's got this guy. This is how you knew Stafford in this game, for whatever reason, just wasn't there today, or in that game. He wasn't at his best. Normally Stafford would just rip this thing to Van, but you see him hesitate, and when he hesitates, now all of a sudden, this guy who really wouldn't be able to make a play over here, all of a sudden is in his line, and while he doesn't make a play, he is in his line of view. This guy is able to leave Cooper Kupp because he knows he's not throwing there, and this isn't a good throw. And because it's not a good throw, it misses Van, and he almost catches it. And to me, you go back to the play there, and this is, Stafford's been hitting this throw all season long. So, go back here once again. And if Stafford just pulls the trigger here, he's got the first down. This drive is going to continue. So that's a big miss, obviously. And, Stafford just wasn't himself. So now we're back in the gun here. I don't really know why we're throwing once again, but we are. There's Kupp. Minimal gain, I don't have an issue with that so much, but I would have probably run the ball here. Let's watch here in pass sets. They do a nice job for the most part. But then you get Corbett, and he gets a little bit of a push here. And that alters the throw a little bit. I'm sure Stafford might have wanted to go to Higbee if he had a little bit more time over here. But because he didn't have the time, he took... not a bad play. I just didn't really love the play call. All right. So now we're back in the gun. And once again, as you can see early on in the game, Sean McVay is starting to kind of veer away from what was making the Rams, the balanced attack to start the game. And in something, it's that simple. Sometimes it's just that simple. On the first drive, you change what you're doing, and you shouldn't, but you do. So now you get into it. Okay, it's third down. What are we gonna do here? Stafford, he's got it looks like, yeah, he's got Higbee, and Higbee ends up getting the first on this play. I wasn't entirely sure he did get it, but they did give it to him. So Higbee gets the first on this play. And the Rams are starting to, drive down the field. Okay. Near midfield. And this right here, we're going to see it. Another jet motion. See, the Rams are using some jet motion in this game. Like to see it. They're probably going to have to run a little bit more with the wide receivers to keep them honest. And then they decide to run this. Or sorry, they didn't get the first down. They decide to run this, and Matthew Stafford plows through. He is, I believe, the broadcast pointed out he's never missed, and he actually fumbled it. He's never missed a 4th and 1 conversion as far as on a QB sneak. Rams extend the drive past the 50, and this is going to be a little play action here. And I do like this, right off the bat. I do like that, but they don't run much out of the shotgun, so I don't really know how much that's going to help. So you look at it, Stafford bouncing around. He's trying to make a play. He looked at this guy immediately. This looks like OBJ. Didn't really like that matchup. Now he's looking at Van. Doesn't really love that matchup, but he knows Van is fast. Van can win this thing over the top. So, he's going to, potentially go this way. And then Kupp becomes open. He decides to throw to Kupp. Beautiful throw. Nice job there. I don't know what it was with Mackenzie Alexander throwing guys down by the arm, but it did actually end up injuring Daryl Henderson. You'll watch again here. Kind of goes through his progressions here. Doesn't like him. This is just beautiful quarterback play. This is beautiful. And he knows. This is another thing. Don't forget, Stafford knows what's going on here. He sees this defender, and he's like, okay, so Higbee may not get him. He knows his internal clock is basically telling him, I don't have all the time to just lollygag in the pocket. And now he's going to turn his hips and fire and complete this beautiful pass to Cooper Kupp to extend this drive. Exactly what you want to see from the Rams. Okay, next up here, jet motion. Didn't run it. I don't think it would have gone very far, but also didn't run it. Sony Michelle is going to take this carry, get to the outside here. And this is another very good run. 5-yard run. You do that every time, you'll be in the end zone. So watch here, jet motion. What does it do? Not really much. If you notice, none of the guys really moved, but I do like that they were doing it. And now Sony Michelle reads his blocks. Good block, by the way, by Havenstein. Man, he could be athletic. He can really show up in the run game. All right, now under center again. Ooh, we fake the toss play there. Gonna boot out here. What is Stafford gonna do? He doesn't like any of the options. He could throw to OBJ. He doesn't really like that. He's gonna take off. He knows he can get the first. Reaches across. The wherewithal of Stafford is obviously there. Beautiful job by Stafford on this drive. Okay. Now on this play, they got the first down. This is 1st and 10. More jet motion. They're really pushing that. And play action there, not the greatest of play action. I don't think it really fooled much, but you see he's going to dump it off. And look at this. The way the Rams set this thing up, you have Allen at the second level, you have Havenstein at the second level, and now this little slip screen of the tight end, Tyler Higbee, and I said the offense is night and day with Tyler Higbee in the lineup. You see these guys, all of a sudden he's got a little bit of a convoy. Does he really follow him? Not really, but it's still a good play either way. Watch again. Higbee. Yeah, he kind of ran away from that block, but is what it is. Okay. Moving on. Rams have to feel good here. Under center. And they're going to hand this thing off to Michelle. This is a really good run by Michelle. And you're going to have what should be a touchdown. So watch this again. See, Michelle is going to get this, and he's going to cut this back over here. This is hard to do, and he is not the most athletic running back. He does have some wear on him, but watch this again. Nice cut. That's not easy. Makes that man miss. Then he's going to hit this hole. Boom, plow his way in the end zone. Love to see it. But like I said, they called him out at the 1 yard line. So now they're going to hand it off to Sony out of the shotgun. I don't know why, personally. I hate that so much. No, the ball should have already been, he was down. Obviously, he didn't fumble. But yeah, just love to see that. Twisting his way in the end zone. Beautiful. Don't love the shotgun. Mr. Automatic, Matt Gay comes in for the field goal. Yeah, we get that. Okay. Extra point. So after this, by the way, great play on special teams. This is just, you love to see stuff like this. Grant Haley down there, Roseboom, all those guys. All right. Vikings are under center. They're down 7-0. They took the ball first, so they know that they're in trouble. The Rams come out here pretty much what you would expect. Although, if you'll notice, you'll see David Long is right there. And this is going to be Kirk Cousins is already in danger. This is Leonard Floyd. Nice block there, pushes Floyd out of the way. And Cousins is going to take off and run. This is incredibly frustrating for a defense because they did a really nice job on all fronts. If you look here, they're going to get pressure on Cousins. They're going to get him to roll. And on top of it, they're just covering this so well. Cousins can't go here. Obviously, this could get picked by Ramsey. He can't go here because Long is here. He's got two guys here, including Darius Williams, and he's got Taylor Rapp. So it's one of those plays where they covered so well, it amounted to Kirk Cousins running out of bounds and getting some yards out of it. Definitely a bummer there. All right, move on to the next play. They're going to go in the I formation here, and then motion. It looks like CJ Ham out to the right. It's going to be a toss play. And right off the bat, you don't really like the way this is looking. Guys are getting blocked well. Vikings doing a nice job. And sure enough, nice crease there. Better than average running back in Alexander Madison makes that play. But watch Leonard Floyd here, number 54. He's going to be the guy that saves the day on this play. This isn't a great play by anybody, but Leonard Floyd, look at this. He sticks with him. If he gave up on that, this could have been a house call. I'm not saying it would have been, but it could have been. And that is why you got to play at 100% and have that, heavy motor like the one that Flo has. All right, Cousins, back to pass. He's looking. He goes to this read. This is Conklin. He has him, but he didn't like it that much, so he rolls out here. And this is right here. This is going to be Justin Jefferson. And Jefferson, he has Ramsey on him here. Jefferson is second in receiving yards on the season. He is going to look, and once again, Cousins will take off and run because he saw the way Ramsey was defending him. Here's the thing about Cousins. He is not afraid to throw against any corner. So I give him a lot of credit because he's actually having a really good year. This is a really nice play by him to make the most out of it. But he's not, petrified to throw to a certain corner, and that's one thing that I definitely respect. Now we get motion here. This is going to be a handoff, and beautiful play by Aaron Donald. Just, it's become just habit. Aaron Donald here, he ends up out here, just around the shoulder of the left guard, the right guard. He's going to win on this little swim and then just wipe him away. And right off the bat, Aaron Donald is here, and Alexander Madison is screwed because he has not even gotten the full handoff yet, and Aaron Donald's staring him in the face. Aaron Donald obviously covers a lot of distance here, and he's able to make this play. Beautiful play by Aaron Donald, showing you why, yes, he may not have the stats, but he definitely is deserving to be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation, and he is the best defensive player in the NFL. So now we go into trips formation over here. A little bit of an interesting formation. Looks like CJ Ham is going to be the tight end there, and on top of it, you have Thielen over here. So you have trips formation here. The Rams go into more of a wide set. So, obviously to combat this. So here's what we're going to see. The Rams aren't going to get a ton of pressure. They're going to throw right here to Tyler Conklin. This is his security blanket. Tyler Conklin has made his money this season being this guy right here. So the Rams do as much as they can, but in that type of situation, they kind of wanted to minimize the bleeding there, so to speak. Okay, now we move on to this. You can see a big push from, it looks like Ashawn Robinson there. Robinson's pushing in the offensive lineman right back into Cousins, and it does push right into Cousins, but Cousins gets rid of the ball quick enough, is able to find, it looks like Justin Jefferson there, and that is going to be enough there. See again, Justin Jefferson with Ramsey on him. Ramsey only gave up under 30 yards when Justin Jefferson was in coverage. Justin Jefferson went over 100 yards, but Ramsey only gave up, under 30 of them. Now here's another, stretch run on the outside, and it's very nicely played. You'll watch this again. Darius Williams comes up and makes this play. And I do like that they're rotating in Justin Hollins, by the way, number 58. You can see him right there. So here it is. Darius Williams coming up, makes the play. Nice play by Williams. Now we move on here. Past midfield are the Vikings. Can they strike back? They're trying to meet fire with fire here. Cousins is under center. He is going to go back to pass. He's already facing pressure. You have this guy coming for him. You do have Von Miller here. He's going to dump this thing off. And this is the thing that the Vikings were able to use to keep themselves in this game. They were using the Rams' leverage against them. So the Rams were winning. They were pressuring Kirk Cousins, and they have in the history of the Rams Vikings, little mini rivalry since McVay came to the Rams. But they're pressuring him here. And Cousins just is going to take what the defense gives him, and he gives him this wide open room here for Alexander Mattison. And if you notice, the Rams are doing such a nice job in coverage. They have this guy here, obviously a Fuller deep here, and then you have Justin Jefferson. Cousins isn't throwing to Jefferson here. He's throwing to Mattison. And because of this, all of a sudden, Mattison has caught the ball right around the 49-yard line, and he is about to go down the field and make some play. Because here's the thing, okay? Look at all of these Rams that are behind him. And look at all this real estate. So now Madison is going to get it all the way down to about the 34, 33-yard line. So once again, the Vikings, they're playing a tough Raheem Morris coach defense that has really come alive. Vaughn tips this ball. It's a completely different story, but he didn't. And so for that reason, you're going to have this here. And if you notice here, you can see, this is the unfortunate thing, you can see Ernest Jones should not have even played this snap. Watch Ernest Jones. Look at this. He's clearly dealing with a high ankle sprain, which has been, already confirmed, and he's on IR now, but this is what he's dealing with. This is brutal. This is hard to watch. I do like that this guy didn't completely destroy him because he could have taken him out. I think he might have seen that he's clearly not going to make a pursuit on this ball carrier here. Healthy Ernest probably might have cut this off, but because it just didn't fool Ernest Jones. Look at this. It didn't fool him. He was ready. Now let's go back to the previous play and see what went wrong. Okay, what went wrong on the previous play? We'll watch Ernest Jones. Okay, he's fine there. So there's Ernest Jones. He supposedly got hurt on this play. And you can see it. This is what the broadcast does not show you. You can see Ernest Jones get hurt on this play. I can definitely understand now why his ankle got sprained. Now watch this again. Ernest Jones, he gets in the trenches here. This is the problem. He loves to stick his face in the fan, and you love to see linebackers do that. But this is an injury waiting to happen when you get crowded like this. And unfortunately, it just takes a freak moment like this where you're one-on-one with this guy trying to disengage. You fall back. This guy has now landed on the back of your ankle. So I don't even know if he will return this season. This is a brutal injury, and it's really unfortunate. And it shows you why, some linebackers really don't like to have, this type of ability and really pursue, this type of trench warfare, so to speak. This is brutal. It sucks to see because he landed on the back and he has no idea what he's done. But really, that is the NFL in a nutshell. So of course, Ernest Jones being back there, just really tough to see that. And you could see him just gingerly, basically limping over there. And you better believe that there's people out there, linebackers, coach, whatever, they're out there spotting that Ernest Jones is gingerly walking over. And this is the last play that he'll probably see of this game because he is clearly hurt. That is just, he shouldn't have even been on the field. They probably should have taken him off the field, but, anyway, looks like now you're going to see Troy Reeder shift over to this spot, and you're going to see Travin Howard, who really hasn't gotten much opportunity this year. Was really excited for him, but you're going to see him emerge in this game. So this is the good thing, folks. The bad news is that Ernest Jones is hurt. But if you've been following the channel, the good news is that I think Travin Howard's pretty damn good. Now, once again, play action. Look at this. I like a linebacker. I know they were able to complete this play, okay? But I like a linebacker, and I was really keying in on Travin Howard here. Watch the way he moves. This is a former defensive back at TCU. I mean, that's a linebacker moving like that. Of course, obviously, you don't want the Rams to give that up, but they do. Jet motion here. We're going to see I formation. They don't go with CJ Ham. They're going to hand this thing off, and the Rams do a nice job to bottle up this run. Floyd is really just night and day with LA compared to when he was in Chicago. This is a really nice job wiping him away. This is Conklin. You can't put Conklin on Floyd. Floyd is going to make plays. And, Gaines did his part as well, just being a body plugging up the gap there. All right, now, jet motion once again. Hey, you want to do it, Rams? We can do it too. So, they hand it off, and this is an incredible play by Troy Reeder. We're going to watch here. Reeder is the run blitzer. So, they run a blitz here with Reeder. You can see him, and he got there a little bit early, right? It didn't mean that he, had a neutral zone infraction, but it kind of screwed his leverage up. But he still did enough here on number 56. He gets through, but then they run it here. So instead of, him just getting blocked out of this play, he sticks with him. What you're going to see here is Alexander Madison does not trust this, okay? Obviously you can't go out here. Floyd is unguarded. He's going to stop you. You have big Ashawn Robinson and Greg Gaines in the middle. You have Taylor Rapp and Jordan Fuller there, who now know that it's a running play. They can clearly see that. So he's going to bounce this thing. He sees Floyd. He's like, hell no. And watch this. Troy Reeder, if he doesn't make this stop, this could be 6. This is a beautiful stop by Troy Reeder. Doesn't always have to be pretty. Doesn't always have to be a big hit. Sometimes just wrapping up the legs, having the wherewithal to do so. This is football IQ at its finest. And because of this, no longer a touchdown. And on top of that, they are going to end up not scoring on this drive. Because look at that. If Troy Reeder doesn't make that stop, then this isn't possible. And we're going to see once again here, Kirk Cousins in the gun. And the Rams go wide set. And Kirk knows who he wants here. He is going to throw this, and he wants Justin Jefferson. But this play on the ball by Darius Williams and the athleticism of Travin Howard to be in the position leads to a pick. Beautiful job. And then Travin Howard is able to return this thing and get it too close to the 20. You could argue he could have sat on it, but I didn't mind the run back. All right, let's watch this again. Did the pressure get there? No, this is a clean pocket for Kirk Cousins. He trusts Justin Jefferson. The problem is that Darius Williams is a damn good corner. Look at this. He is all there, knocks that away, and beautiful. By the way, it was not Justin Jefferson. It was KJ Osborne. And then Travin Howard gets this thing, and you'll see there's Taylor Rapp trying to block Thielen. Hard to do that, but beautiful play. It worked out for everybody. All right, now the Rams have the ball. Motion out. Van here. We're going to see Stafford. And this thing gets tipped at the line, but whose fault is it? We're going to go through it. All right, so Stafford. Motions Jefferson to the right. Stafford is throwing, and I believe he wants Kupp here. But this thing is going to get tipped. This is a really nice play by the defensive end. Okay, so I don't know how much blame I'm going to put on Stafford. I mean, that's just a really nice, that's a really nice play. Okay, back in the gun here. Stafford's looking. What does he see? I think he's got Higbee here. Jefferson potentially. OBJ is out on this island over here. He's got Kupp here. And then, as you can see, Sony Michelle here. Barr is reading this. So this is going to be a rocket, and it's going to be incomplete. It's just an inaccurate rocket, so to speak. And this is, again, just Stafford was just not on his A game in this one. I mean, he came to play in the fourth quarter, which is all you needed. But look at this. Should he have thrown this? I mean, this ball really should have been around this point right here. This is thrown way out in front. And so Van isn't going to get this. This is almost picked. Van has to make a play on it, basically. Be a defensive back. All right, now you have Stafford in the gun here. And I don't like this play call. I really don't. To me, this is admitting defeat and just punting the ball, but is what it is. We'll see here, OBJ. He's going to get this and try to make the most of it. Once again, Cooper Kupp, excellent blocker there. You have Edwards here. This is not good enough. This is going to get you in trouble. But the hope is that if you run out to here, this guy's going to be able to seal off Barr. Van is ready. Van gets in front of his guy. He's not able to seal off Barr. Kind of a little bit of a block in the back, but OBJ makes a man miss and gets close, but not close enough to getting a first down. So we will go in advance on this play, and we're actually going to see a Johnny Hekker, vintage Johnny Hekker punt that we haven't seen in quite a bit. He punted pretty well in this game. All right, let's go back here. Now the Vikings have the ball. They're under center. We got 3 deep here. 2 deep. Well, 2 shallow, essentially. And they're going to run this thing. And look at this. The seas have parted. He could run forever if Taylor Rapp wasn't here. So we're going to see here. Oh, Taylor Rapp gets blocked. This is a great job by... I mean, the thing is, running backs can be in situations where everything is just laid out for them. It's easy. But you can't hate on a guy who does this. I mean, this is just reading your block. He could have gone here, and if he went here, he's got Fuller bearing down on him. But Madison decides to cut it to here because he believes, okay, whatever, I'm going to get the first down. Boom, there you go. Look at Fuller. Remember where Fuller was on the field? Look at this. If you think Fuller... I hate that thing so much. If you think Fuller wasn't going to stop him if he went here, you are sadly mistaken. Because look at Fuller end up... He's already over here to make a play. That was not a bad angle, and he would have been there to stop him. All right, let's move on from this play. Giving the Vikings too much credit. Just kidding. All right, under center here, you have Justin Hollins, who's checked back into the game. And look, he sets the edge. This makes it ridiculously difficult for Kenny Nwangwu. I believe that's his name. This is what Hollins brings to the table, okay? He's on Conklin. He's going to set the edge. Look at him gain that leverage. He's outside. He's to the opposite of his shoulder pads. And Nwangwu has nowhere to go. I mean, he's incredibly fast, so maybe he could try and go there, but this is going to close up. So he decides, well, I don't even really know what he decides. He's just going to try to keep doing what he's doing. He stops, and because of this physical imposition, I don't even think that's a word, but, him physically imposing on this play opens this up for a stop by A'Shawn Robinson. Beautiful play by Justin Hollins. All right, now we move here. Wider set here. This is Hollins getting some pressure. Gaines getting some pressure once again. A screen. What's going to happen here? You have Rapp diving for the legs. And not Rapp. That's Troy Reeder. So sorry about that, guys. Troy Reeder Look at Troy Reader here. This is a really good play by him. So once again, in the gun, this is important. I mean, the Ravens, not the Ravens, the Vikings just had a tackle for loss. They just had a negative play. So now here it is, second down. They want to have a better play here. Look at Troy Reader here. This is beautiful. Huge stop. Because look it. He's running for days. If Troy Reader doesn't stop him here, they felt like they had the first down. There's no doubt about it. Troy Reader, not to be denied. He knows it. Watch again from this angle. Reader comes over here. He's like, I got it. He has to obviously stay where he is and make sure, he's ready. And then in Nwangwu, boom, stopped. They tried to get Nwangwu going, so now they're like, all right, that's not working. Let's put Madison back in. Madison goes out. Cousins gets hit. This is just beautiful Aaron Donald work here. And this forces the throwaway and a fourth down here for the Rams. Following a turnover on the drive before, this is just beautiful from this defense. This defense has become just a nasty defense that you don't want to play against. I mean, look at this. Aaron Donald is going to shove number 74 into Kirk Cousins. But then watch this play. This is Leonard Floyd. He's going to make chase, and this is a scary moment for Cousins. He knows he has to get rid of it because Floyd is going to kill him. And that is exactly what happens. So we move on. This is a punt. I was actually surprised he took this. This is just, to me, this is what it is to have Brandon Powell. There's no dancing. Love Tavon Austin. All appreciate his time with the Rams. Appreciate Farrell Cooper. When this guy, number 19, gets the ball, look at this. There's no dancing here. He's got a guy right in front of him. He knows he's faster than. He's not going to overthink this and try to dance and go out here. He's not going to lose yards, run around. Watch this. It's just very simple. Boom. Okay. Pick up some yards for my team. There we go. Doesn't need to put the team on his back. Just needs to do his job, and he does it. Love to see it. Okay. Motion out here. Under center. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is awesome. Love to see this. Sony Michelle, easy run there for him, although you got to give him credit, of course. But this right here, they come out, and they got Higbee right here. You'll see, hands it off. I mean, from this angle, it doesn't look very good, right? It looks like Kendricks would bottle this up. But as the play progresses, and Kendricks is stifled here, and Higbee stifles this guy, there you go. This is beautiful work. Havenstein, just a blessing to have him back, and, Higbee. Those two are vital, and they show it there on that play. So now we move on here. Stafford in the gun. I like the backfield there with Michelle and Kupp. I know they've been doing with Michelle and Kupp a little bit. I want to see if that translates to Michelle and Akers as we get into the playoffs. And I feel like it will. I feel like we're going to see stuff we haven't seen yet. Hopefully Sean McVay doesn't get too crazy about it and, sticks to what's working and just adds Akers instead of trying to, take away from the offense, trying to add to it. Anyway, all right. So this is a good pocket right now. Stafford might be able to have, it looks like this is Higbee here, might be able to have Higbee. He's got Michelle as a check down, although you do have to give Kendricks, credit. Obviously, Kendricks very, athletic. He can make this play. So he's going to take Cooper Kupp here. This took too long. He sees, obviously, he's not going to have all day to throw. Takes Cooper Kupp, and he trusts Cooper Kupp, of course. He's going to get some yards there. Not a bad decision. So, yeah, Stafford missed some throws early on, but wasn't that bad. It kind of, over time it unraveled a little bit, but he wasn't as bad as everyone. He wasn't horrible the whole game, I can tell you that much. Okay, now we move under center, single back set, and we're going to have Sony Michelle. And once again, this is a great run by Michelle and some more great run blocking by the Rams. The injury hasn't happened yet. You still have, this is, Brian Allen still in there. You have Shelton. And I think this guy did a hell of a job at left tackle. David Edwards hasn't played tackle since college. And so there you have Corbett blowing this guy off the ball. Havenstein once again being a bully. This guy is literally a bouncer in the club. And now Sony Michelle's just going to do what he does because right now he feels comfortable about where he's at. So why don't I just keep it going? Boom. Give you a little bit and get some extra yards. Love to see that. All right. Now we move on. Another single back set. And they ran really almost entirely 11 personnel in this game. It was not a lot of 12 personnel. And this is kind of showing you why. Yeah, sure. Okay. Whatever you want to say, you know, they went to 12 personnel, but they don't stay there. And they do really want to be able to run in just a regular 11 personnel style grouping. And they can, and they've shown that. And this is without Whitworth and Noteboom in having a guy who hasn't played tackle since college at left tackle. And, you know, a guy that was really a replacement level player who had to take over at center, who's now a guard. They're still getting contribution out of. So this is, once again, you'll see it. And then, oh my God, this is another great run by Michelle. When you turn these runs into 8-yard runs, that's how you know a running back is doing more, more, not less than what's needed of them. Look at this. And this is also just great. This is what I'm talking about. Blocking from Van. There's Havenstein, the bully in the bar, the bouncer. Obviously, Higbee taking care of business. And then he's just going to basically cut here, try to make a man miss, and Harrison Smith. He's not. Harrison Smith's really good at his job, but they've already gained 8 yards, and he knows it. All right, next play. There's another single back set. They're going to motion Van here. You have OBJ out here. Now you hand it off. And this is a big cut. Okay, this is hard to do. This is a big cut. A guy with an arthritic knee. He's going to have to make this cut because he does not like this look. This doesn't look like anything you can run through. Okay, what's he going to do? He cuts it up here. Cuts it over here. I don't mind this. He doesn't get a ton of yards. I don't know how much he really gets in this, but I don't mind this at all. But what's important here, what I want to point out, is that earlier, if you didn't notice, because, it's not, night and day necessarily, but if you didn't notice, there's one thing that I did not point out. Not that play, the play before. Ooh. Who's that at left tackle? That's Alaric Jackson, number 68. Why is he in, you may ask? Well, look here. He's in there. So what happened? Where's Brian Allen? Amazing. It's almost as if, it was this play. So Brian Allen hurts his knee on this play. And not really sure what happened there. Yeah, he goes down. It's almost like a non-contact knee injury. But they're saying he's going to be okay, which is good to see. Because that looks, to me, not to speculate, but that looked like a torn ACL. Not, non-contact going down like that. I'm not saying it is. Obviously, we know it's not because he wouldn't be able to be okay if that was the case. By the way, on that play, you could see, look at this once again, Elric Jackson. We're going to look at him right here, number 68. Look at how much room he clears. He gets all the way over there. Love to see that. Athletic left tackle. He may not have tested all that well at the pro day, combine, whatever he had to do. Doesn't matter. In a game, he's athletic enough to get over there. Look at him. Clean house on number 96. You're going to watch this again. Watch number 68 here. Alaric Jackson. Boom. Get out of my way. There we go. It didn't go for anything, but like I said, I didn't mind that. All right. Single back set. You have UDFA left tackle, Alaric Jackson in there. You have Coleman Shelton back at center. He played a hell of a game, against Arizona when he had to. Okay, what are we going to see here? So, Sony Michelle is going to leak through, and this is what you love to see, folks. This is called hard running. Doesn't necessarily have to be called power running. This is a different type of running. This isn't just power running. This is literally running like an animal. This is running in the face, the teeth of the defense. Okay? There is Van sealing off his block, and that's all Sony Michelle needed. He gets skinny through this part, of, this crease here. Kendricks is getting blocked once again. We got our bouncer here in Havenstein. Now you have 27 and Harrison Smith here. He's going to just take this massive wallop from 27. He still has a defender in Kendricks on him. And you're going to have this right here where he's like, all right, Harrison, you may have tackled me by the legs a few times, but I'm going to give you, a piece of my mind. And literally, it's a meeting of the minds. He just continues to move. He gets past that, gets to Patrick Peterson before he's brought down. This is an incredible job by Sony Michelle. Those are yards that just simply, you'll see on Gamecast is whatever, an 18-yard run, but he made that happen. And obviously no disrespect at all. The offensive line did work, but he made that happen. So he's going to go and get some water on the sideline, and they're going to bring in number 27, Daryl Henderson, for this game, the first time we've seen him all game. So Henderson is not going to get this run. It's going to be a play action here. And we're going to see, okay? Matthew Stafford doesn't really have a ton where he can go here because this route, if OBJ was cutting here, he could potentially throw it over this guy. But because OBJ's route takes him over here and was supposed to be towards the end zone, probably around the pylon here, they're not going to go with this play. So what is Stafford going to do? He's going to take what he needs to, and he's going to throw to Higbee, which is the right move here. Good throw by him. He's able to get some yards, make it a second and 5, second and 6, whatever you want to call it. We'll watch here. No one really bought the Henderson stuff, but not bad there. Definitely will take that. Good decision by Matthew Stafford. All right, now we get into it. Back under center. Henderson's still in there. Really want to give Michelle a little bit of a breather. He's been killing it on this drive. So now motion, cup, fake the hands off. They completely fake the handoff to Henderson. Henderson stays in pass pro. He does a solid job. Not like it really mattered because they already get the ball away. Cooper Kupp gets it. And this is the one where they said, no, not this one. Later on in the game, they say he fumbled or whatever. The refs don't, but the Vikings do, and it's ridiculous. Anyway, this is the play. You'll see it. He was ready. Good job by Henderson. I didn't love this play, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. I think you pretty much, really thinned out the field when you didn't have to. All right, so anyway, third down. They still have about 5 to go. They have Henderson in the gun. Now Henderson comes in, and he was there, but there was nobody there for him to blitz pick up, so he was going to go out here. And this is going to be thrown to OBJ. And I hate this play. Not that they threw a fade here, but because OBJ is clearly being held. I mean, he's not trying to just go for a one-handed catch. I just really don't like that. I'm not saying they have to call this every time, but I mean, why else do you think he has to do that? I'm sorry, if you see a receiver that has to make this type of play on the ball and you're looking right at him, you should see why. I mean, I feel like OBJ doesn't get the benefit of the doubt of that because of his viral one-handed catch, but he was also held on that play. Do people forget about that? Brandon Carr held him in that game against the Giants and the Cowboys. Come on. I mean, this has to be called. He stopped him from getting a touchdown. I mean, Dantzler's got to play the ball better than that. Anyway, Mr. Automatic comes in, kicks a field goal. Pro Bowl kicker. Love to have him. Would have been 12-4 last year if they had him. Anyway, so we go on to this special teams play. All right, here we are. Defense. Now, look at the get off that Aaron Donald has. It's just unbelievable. He has already made contact. Gaines has not made contact yet. Neither has Ashawn. I mean, this is just, look at this. This is night and day. And Gaines is playing very well. Ashawn's coming on strong. This is just Aaron Donald. That's Aaron Donald, okay? So anyway, we're going to see Aaron Donald. Really nice get off. Nice play by the Rams, by the way. Really bottling up the Vikings on that play. That could have been something. Once again, a nice play by, you have Troy Reader. There you go. Get him, Troy. I'd love to see Gaines and Ashawn already there. All right, now we have CJ Ham once again. ISO formation. And they're going to hand this off. to Madison here. Madison, if you missed this during the game, this is funny. So Madison, I don't know who's credited with the tackle, but he truly got knocked down by his own offensive lineman. Like, they're going to give the tackle to Gaines, but that's probably the easiest tackle of Gaines' life. Anyway, so the Rams are really doing a nice job on this drive. Now, third down, Vikings know they need something, and this pressure is not bad, but he did a nice job of kind of pushing, along this little circle, imaginary circle here. He did a nice job of pushing Flo out of the way. This ball is going to go deep down the field, and this is just good coverage by Ramsey. He's going to ask for a flag here, but in reality, you could have thrown a flag on him. I think they were both very, they were grabby. But to me, this is just not a good enough throw, and I wouldn't have thrown that to begin with, So Rams get the stop. Defense is, really clicking on all cylinders at this point. They did run into the kicker. I get that, whatever. This is all right. This is the play where Brandon Powell is not happy. And I understand this because look at this. I don't really know what the play was, and I'll never know this, but Brandon Powell is over here and Ben Skoranek gets in the way. This is almost identical to what happened in the Rams 2017-18 season when they were in the playoffs at the Coliseum against the Falcons. People get on, and I understand, Pharoh Cooper obviously needs to be better in that moment, but people get entirely on Pharoh Cooper, but forget Blake Countess kind of crowded his area to catch the ball. He decided not to, and, you don't want to get yourself in these positions because you see the ball bounce. That ball could have hit anybody, and if it just grazes your jersey, that is going to be a Ravens recovery. Keep calling them the Ravens. That's going to be a Vikings recovery. I mean, watch this. This is a Vikings recovery right here. If that even grazed Ben Skoranek's jersey, they have the ball inside the 10 after all of that work that the defense just did. And that is why Brandon Powell's upset. It's not like he would have been able to return this necessarily. But that's just not, you can't do that. Like, what are you doing? See, Powell waves his hand, and then Skoranek hits him. Or actually, it's not Skoranek. It's Jake Funk, which I don't really know what's going on there, but I can tell you right now, he's just not happy. Not happy at all. Anyway, just had to kind of clear the air on that. Jake Funk, what are you doing? Anyway, sorry, Ben Skoranek, it was not you. Okay. Now we're under center again. And Stafford, once again, more jet motion. They're going to run it this time. And I think, Kupp probably could have tried to cut it in here. But this guy is so good at playing the linebacker spot. They both really are. They're both very athletic, Barr and Kendricks. Kendricks was going to cut this off regardless. So instead, he tries to go to the outside here. He's not really going to get much. This is a nicely defended play by the Vikings. So got to give him credit there. Once again, you'll see it here. Yeah, not really going anywhere. All right. Second down here. More jet motion. Hey, let's try it again. No, we're not going to. Maybe that'll do. Oh, then we're going to play action it here. So what happens here? Oh, we're going to go. This is one of those plays where Stafford's arm angle allows this to even be thought of. But in reality, you're pretty much dead to rights if you plant your feet here and you have this guy bearing down on you. As you can see here, you're pretty much dead to rights. But since Stafford has his arm angle, he's able to get rid of it, and it's not really thrown all that well. But Sony Michelle needs to catch that ball, and that's huge because of what's upcoming. Once again, if he catches this, I'm not saying he's going to get the first down for sure, but he definitely could have. The guy that had a great game, he did also have that key drop. We'll see what I mean by that here. Stafford is in the gun. He's going to look. He's going to get some pressure. This is a free runner at Stafford. Stafford escapes in Stafford-like fashion. But as we do know, a guy that can make plays with his legs, and it does work a lot, sometimes it doesn't. So now he's going to throw this play to Sony, and it's going to get picked off by Harrison Smith. And this ball just needs to be thrown away, or he should just run it. I see what he's trying to do. This is a great job the wherewithal to get away from pressure. Okay. Now Stafford's looking, I mean, he doesn't really have anything, and that's okay. Just punt. He tries to throw, and this ball just never really had a chance. And I'm sorry, it's not Harrison Smith, it's Barr. So Michelle's like, I don't know what you're doing. Throws to Barr. Michelle falls down for some reason. Then gets up and makes the tackle. Vikings are going to get it, and well, actually, hold on a second. Puts the defense in an awful position. See here, Kirk Cousins back to pass, and Greg Gaines is going to get him, bring him down. This is a huge play for Greg Gaines, really stepping up. All right, now here it comes. Now we're going to go with the screen here, and as you can see, you have Conklin here. Believe that is going to be KJ Osborne, and this is Justin Jefferson. Jefferson's going to get this. This is a solid job by the Vikings, but the Rams do defend it somewhat well, so it doesn't absolutely kill them. Now moving on here. In the gun, empty set. Kirk Cousins looking. And he's going to find Adam Thielen, who unfortunately, if you'd missed it, Adam Thielen was barely able to play in this game, really pushed to play. He was ruled active. And then he actually, on that interception where he was chasing Travin Howard, that I forgot to point out, this is honestly the irony here, and he probably hates Taylor Rapp now. Taylor Rapp kind of bangs into him in a way where he falls to the sideline and hurts his ankle. Taylor Rapp, once again, tackles that ankle, and that's why he's in pain. So some people didn't understand why he was in so much pain. Rams defense steps up once again, holds them to a Greg Joseph field goal. He's been great this year, so he's good. And then the Vikings, they have the field goal there. So move on here. Stafford throws an interception, so now let's see, what happens. Do they bounce back? Motion, hand it off. Michelle, and he tries to make something happen, and he somehow gets 2 yards out of that, but there really wasn't much there. Vikings had it bottled up. You'll watch again here. They try to go with the stretch run to the outside. Michelle was trying to bounce it, but, this is Kendricks doing his job, getting past the center here, making this play. But then all of a sudden, Sony stops. You have Barr here, very athletic Barr. It's going to be able to bring him down. That's what happens when you have two incredibly athletic linebackers there. Stafford in the gun. He's not going to have a lot of time to complete this pass. It's very simple. He's got a free runner at him right now. He gets rid of the ball quick enough. He does deliver a strike to Jefferson to get some yards. Good decision there. Stafford knew he wasn't going to be able to spend all day throwing. Okay. There's the pocket. You look, Alaric Jackson, this is a good job by him. This defense led the league in sacks coming in. There's Alaric. Nice job there. Nice job. Another first down conversion for the Rams. OBJ. You watch again. Sometimes Alaric gets a little, he comes out a little gingerly from his stance, but this is a nice play by Alaric Jackson. All right. We move on here in the gun. There's Alaric again. Another nice rep and a first down for Tyler Higbee. We'll watch it again here. Alaric Jackson, number 68. And that's another nice rep. So it's funny because I was asked, hey, can you do an Alaric Jackson video? And I said, why don't I just cover the whole game? Alaric Jackson did not have the game that Bobby Evans had. So he gave up no sacks at left tackle, and he didn't have a guy chipping the whole time. So it's actually more impressive than what Evans did in that primetime game against Khalil Mack and the Bears, a few years ago. Alaric Jackson, there's, once again, just nice job there by Jackson. And there's just Sony Michelle just doesn't want to go down. Love to see that. All right. Once again, this is Jackson in his pass set. There was no chip from Sony Michelle either, so you got to give him credit. Here's another shotgun. They send 3, so a 3-man rush here, and then they send a late blitz. Stafford hits Cup. So aside from that interception right now, Stafford's pretty good so far. I mean, he missed a couple throws, but this idea that he played this awful game, maybe I was even I was overrating. Anyway, back in the gun. He's going to throw 2 more in this game, so that's worth mentioning. Stafford, beautiful, over the middle, OBJ, full extension, making that play. Gotta love it. And, we'll see Alaric Jackson here. Once again. And, he doesn't have to be the greatest left tackle of all time, but them putting him in there shows a lot of belief in his ability. Look at that. I'm just saying, this guy was a UDFA. Okay? And there he is once again. And this was consistent. They didn't give up a sack. I understand Stafford had pressure, but Alaric Jackson, there's a reason why. Look at this. Even in the face of pressure, the great throw, by the way, to Cooper Kupp. Love this drive that they, were going down the field with. We'll see it again. Alaric Jackson just doing his job here. Minor chip, but it wasn't necessary. Look at this. Even when he starts to get driven back, watch him just take over. He takes over the rep here. There he is. Boom. I love it. I know a lot of people like this guy. I really like the pickup. I wasn't huge on him in the draft. I had him as a late round pick, but I love guys that come from Ohio. I love guys that come from Iowa. They have that dog, in them. And so, we'll watch it here. This is Jackson. Oh, look at that. I mean, the throw, very questionable why you're throwing that into triple coverage, and they're all upset that they didn't pick it. But watch this. So Jackson has to start off against Barr. Barr's a little crafty, and he's very athletic, so this is, somewhat of a mismatch. Now watch this. They're going to switch here, and number 96 is going to stunt over here, and then Jackson is going to take him down as well. Beautiful job by Jackson, and unfortunately, this doesn't go for a touchdown. Not that it really ever would have. Anyway, so empty set. This is the one. Jackson, gives up a quarterback hit here. Let's look what happened. 98, who he's been going against the majority of the game, gets a nice spin move. And that is that's a quarterback hit, guys. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But I'm definitely impressed with Jackson. Once again, Jackson giving him an opportunity to throw the ball there. You can see. But that, it's not the greatest decision. It's covered. Rams are going to settle for Mr. Automatic. And, I'm going to stop the video here for a second. This is really where I want to see the Rams turn these field goals into touchdowns. They dominated this drive. They did so much on this drive. They did so much well. They outplayed them. They need to score a touchdown this drive, okay? So I understand they still won the game, but this in the playoffs, I want to see them take that next step and be able to score on this type of drive. By the way, he's going against DJ Wonham. Wonham's a solid player, okay? So, I think he definitely earned some, a ton of respect from me. Alaric Jackson did. All right, let's move past this. So that was right before. That was right before the half. Cousins is going to throw this. Beautifully played there. So I'm just going to fast forward through this because, you know, you guys know what, obviously, this is just like 2-minute drill type stuff. They go for a Hail Mary, nothing happens, whatever. All right, Rams get the ball because they, they deferred. So they get the ball to start. Let's see what happens. Rams already have a lead, and they're going to hand it off. And, you know, this is a little confusing. I think Sony Michelle thought he saw something there, but probably could have gone this way. You'll see it here. See when he cuts this. He tries to cut back in. I think he had this guy a little bit if he, could have gone around, but tries to cut back in. Can't hand him for it, but just something I noticed. Alaric Jackson, by the way, was great in the run game. That was his big grade, so to speak. But there he is once again in pass pro. And Stafford, he's going to launch this thing. And he gets hit while he's throwing, and it's a clear underthrow. Here's the thing. I don't know why the announcers were talking about this play over and over again, how amazing it was that he jumped the route. He didn't jump anything. I mean, at the end of the day, this is just an underthrown ball that, Van Jefferson's speed, and you know that he probably has this if this ball's thrown better. And I know Sean McVay said, he felt like he had him if the ball's thrown better. He's shown that. So, I mean, what happened here? That's the thing. So we're going to go through that. Not saying the return was bad, but so, all right, what happened? How did Stafford throw his second interception? Okay, so what we'll see here, Stafford play action, roll out. Where are we going here? All right, Stafford sees Van. He sees he's got speed over the top. He's got Jefferson with speed. This is a touchdown if he lets go of this ball, and his arm was here. But he's going to get hit hard, and we're going to see if we can slow this thing down here. He is going to get hit hard, and it is while he is letting the ball go. I think that does impact the throw. It's like, he's getting hit. He's already made contact before the ball has left his fingers. So I'm going to say that is what impacted this poor throw. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm going to stick with. So watch it again. It's number 94. That's Dalvin Tomlinson, all big Dalvin, 330-pound Tomlinson. Boom, going in the stat. And look at Stafford bend. Like, that is brutal. That hit takes him completely off the ground, slams him down. And, this is a touchdown. I'm sorry. If he doesn't get hit while he's throwing, this is 100% a touchdown. I can't entirely fault him on that. You got to protect him better, and Sean McVay said that as well. We'll go back here. What happened? How did this happen? Who let this down? Okay. So let's go back. Alaric Jackson's over here. Did he let it? No, he didn't. So what happens here? Well, I'll show you. So it's actually going to be Coleman Shelton and David Edwards here. He's going to split Coleman Shelton and David Edwards and make this play. And this is just, beautiful job by Dalvin Tomlinson to split these two. This is a game-defining play from a game-defining player. I mean, he's a very good football player, and this is a killer. But this is not necessarily on Stafford. So the first interception was bad, but all in all, even at this moment, I don't think he's playing all that bad. In the broadcast, I don't think they did a good enough job to explain, hey, look, he probably got hit while he was throwing. I don't think they did a good job explaining that at all. So that's what I'll say there. I'll give him credit, that he was going to hit that touchdown if he had some extra time. So I formation here. We're going to go with another run. And, oh, my God, he just dropped the ball. Did the Rams recover? No, of course not. But worth mentioning, go here, poor exchange. Madison, balls on the turf, and they're somehow going to recover it. Okay. Now we have Kirk Cousins, empty set. He's got 4 wide. What happens here? takes what the defense gives him with Thielen. Not much. Very well defended by Jalen Ramsey and Travin Howard. Actually, we're going to go back and look at what Travin Howard was doing. So here's Travin Howard right here. And that's what I'm talking about, sideline to sideline. I mean, he's a very athletic linebacker. This was a very wide front. So, obviously if they have, Madison in, they're probably not playing that wide, but it's worth mentioning. So then we move on to the next play here. There's this third down. They got to have this. They got to take advantage of this turnover. They had Madison leak out, but this is a beautiful throw. Absolutely beautiful throw to Jefferson. And Ramsey's not happy about it, and I don't blame him. He's annoyed. But, I mean, Cousins is throwing only where his receiver can get it. It's a nice job. Jefferson won that, but he didn't win many against Ramsey. Ramsey gives him a little push, reminds him he's the best. All right, there's going to be a handoff here. This is just such a good job by Von Miller and the rest of the team. And by the way, the guy, since they never mentioned it on the sideline, if John Wolford ends up having some sort of knee injury, here we go again. If John Wolford has some sort of knee injury, it's going to be because this. Wouldn't you want to be him right now? Dear God. Dante Dion falling into your knee like that. Poor Wolf. But anyway, so let's go back to this play. What happens? All right, so we got Travin Howard. Look at this. This is a really nice job by Travin Howard. That pursuit, love it. Okay, let's just pick it apart. Go, everyone that makes their stamp on this play. Von Miller is stifled at the point of attack, although it looks like. So you're going to have Christian Darrisaw, the rookie, stifle him, but he is able to disengage this block now that it's a run and he's not, in pass pro. He's going to disengage here, and look at this play. Vaughn gets an arm on him. He then gets two. He's able to swing him around. He's not able to bring him down, but he does enough for this to become a gang tackle. So you're going to see a little bit of different here. As you saw earlier when I was just mentioning it, Travin Howard went to the other sideline. Here he's right here. Troy Reeder as well is on that. This is a really nice job by Madison because this play is going nowhere, and he's going to break these, and then you're going to see Williams and Rapp, and they're going to do their job, and then Dante Dion just flies into poor John Wolford there. All right. So now a little bit of a, a wider set here. You have, them in the gun, and they're going to go for this play here, and this is going to be batted up in the air and almost picked a little bit out of the outstretched reach of Aaron Donald, but how does this happen? So Cousins didn't like this, goes to this option. This is Troy Reeder, man. And whether he got there a little bit earlier or not, this is still a good play. Bats it up in the air. If only Aaron Donald was a little bit further back, that would have been picked. But really nice play by Troy Reeder in coverage, who was very good. This is a really weird. They're overloading this left side here, with only one receiver and a running back in kind of a weird stance. So this is. I mean, they could have run this, but obviously the running back over there, they didn't bother. So they overload this side, and they do get to Kirk Cousins. That is Aaron Donald getting to Kirk Cousins and forcing the inaccurate throw to KJ Osborne. Good coverage, by the way, by Darius Williams. But you look at it, and I mean, that's what happened there. Incomplete. All right. So now we go here. They're going to punt it away, and it's going to be Kupp with the fair catch. All right, Rams are back on the field. They fake both the jet motion, the jet sweep, and the play action. They're going to go. Stafford's going to roll against his body. He's looking, not really loving what he's seeing. I mean, he does have this man here. He doesn't really have this man here. I mean, it's kind of going to be a little bit of a difficult throw. Now he sees this guy who's gotten away. So what is he going to do? He's going to throw back. This is not what you want to see Stafford do. This is disaster. You don't want to throw against your body like that. Once again, we'll see it one more time. Jet motion, play action. And I mean, probably stifle him a little bit more, but this is enough time where, he should have just not done that. Anyway, back to the next play. So Stafford, he meets a big push there, but once again, Alaric Jackson not bad. This is going to get tipped and picked by Barr. He's going to have 2 interceptions in this one. What happened here? Why did this get tipped and picked? So we're going to watch here. Stafford really doesn't have anyone. He doesn't need to be throwing into this guy's grasp, okay? He doesn't have this guy, and I don't know if he was throwing to a point on the field for Cooper Kupp, but this is just not a good throw. This is on Stafford 100%, not his arm while he's hit. I understand it is a it is a tip pass, but it's a tip pass because Stafford threw it where he threw it. Watch again here. Where are you throwing this, buddy? That's not a good throw. So, it sucks, but those are your 3 interceptions out of the way. One of them was tipped. The other one, he tries to do too much and throws a really bad pass. And that one, there's no point of him doing that. They're going to punch it in here, with Madison. So there's that. Really sucks to put the defense in this position. I mean, they have been so dominant in this game. They've done such a nice job. Really played as a collective unit, and to give up that's just brutal. I hate that. So, all right, now the Rams will get the ball back, and here we go. Stafford not going to dwell on the past here. Hands it off. Michelle, not a bad run. Helmet comes off. It wasn't Michelle. It was Kendricks. All right, we get it. So, under center here, more jet motion. We said that a lot in this one. There's Sony Michelle, and he's going to plow his way through for, a few yards there. All right, now we go here, under center. They can't stop the run, so you want to keep running the ball, but this is one where Stafford's going to want back. Okay, so at this point in the game, things feel a little weird. Stafford's thrown 3 picks. The Rams are still, in the lead. They still have control of the game, but, the momentum is starting to feel a little bad. So this point in time, this is a play action. I think if they ran this ball, it would have made more sense. This is a 3rd and 1, and you're not going to go for it here. You're down at your own 30, around that. OBJ, though, makes this happen. He has this. If Stafford throws this with accuracy, this is a touchdown potentially. But it's underthrown because Stafford just wasn't on the mark as much today. And you're going to see it again. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Stafford needs to hit this throw. But he probably should have let go of it there. He waited too long, underthrows it, and OBJ is just not very happy. Not enough to, cause a stir or anything like that, cause an unnecessary scene, but, just not very happy. Luckily for the Rams, Johnny Hekker came to play in this one. Really good punt. He was great in this one. I think he only punted twice, but, he had an average over 50. So another nice punt by Hekker. Let's get back to the defense, who really stole the show in this one. So the defense here, Cousins is going to look deep, and then he's going to throw to this play. Now, this is what big players do. So what happened here? Cousins, they go right off the bat. They go in the shotgun. They want to go, and they want to take advantage of this drive. They just forced a turnover, didn't get any points. The defense just forced a punt. Now they want to make something happen. So what's going to happen here? Cousins going to roll out. They do have Floyd blocked here. Floyd is going to pursue, still trying to get through. Cousins realizing he doesn't have a lot of time, doesn't want to test this part of the field, is going to surprisingly test this. And this is an old school Jalen Ramsey. Hey, I'm going to beat you. You're going to throw this, and good luck because I know what I'm doing. and I'm going to break this thing up. And that's what they do. And, he does that a lot. Jefferson probably thought he had that pass, but no, Ramsey knew what he was doing. All right, now we go back to it. They blitz Rap. Rap gets held, no call. They throw this thing, and they're going to complete it to Jefferson, but not for a ton. Had to get rid of it quick because the Rams were sending the pressure there. A little bit of a hold there on Rap. All right, now we move on to this play. Stay in the shotgun. Now they motion Madison out wide. There's a false start there that's going to hurt them, back them up. And now back in the shotgun here. Look at Aaron Donald. This is one of those backbreakers. You cannot let him get the first down there on third down, okay? But look at this. Aaron Donald is going to create this pressure and really minimize the pocket and force Kirk Cousins to run it. The Rams defended this so well. You can see Donald really just putting some pressure there. You have Rapp covering this guy. Williams is doing a nice job on KJ Osborne. There's just not really anywhere to go. Unfortunately, because they covered it so well, he's able to run. But fortunately, because Jalen Ramsey's really good at his job, he's over there, and him and Nick Scott are able to kind of contain him. Okay, so once again, and if you don't think Donald, look at this play by Donald. So he comes over here. He's over, lined up across from the right tackle's shoulder. So, this is pretty crazy stuff here. This stunt, he gets hit, he spins. This is a great job by Cousins to even, stay alive here in this play and take off and run. But yeah, you like to see it. Nice job by the Rams bottling that up. They needed to do that. So now they force a punt here. And this is, in my opinion, where it is time to give Raheem Morris and that defense some damn credit, because they have done their job. They've been put in, rough positions over this 4-game stretch of winning, and they did their job. Once again, they force a punt in this scenario. Just excellent job by the Rams, really on all fronts. And now here's this punt, and we're going to see. I was a little surprised he took this, but you can see there is some room for Brandon Powell. And you'll notice this is Christian Roseboom. He can seal off this block if Powell takes it. He's going to take it. Christian Roseboom seals off the block. This is a little bit of a block in the back, but not entirely, because if you look, this is what Vikings fans were pointing out. If you look, he's diving for the tackle. So that's not really a block in the back. It's more of a little bit of a hip check, but really not even. I don't see a block in the back there. He's diving. And you can't block somebody in the back and be in this athletic of a position afterwards. So, no, I don't think Travin Howard blocked him in the back. There's nothing going on here. This is entirely a clean play. This is the last straw here to get him past midfield. Really nice block there. And then, you see earlier, this guy knows what he's doing. This is Brandon Powell. He's saying, block this man. You need to take him down. All right, I got this. You took him? Okay, cool. Just as good enough block by Howell to make sure number 3, the punter, doesn't get there. We get a little bit of a nice theatrical flip. And we have the game turning point. And that is by Brandon Powell. Once again, you'll see here. Powell. He's going to get it. This is exactly what we're talking about, though. This is a massive play. And Grant Haley made it happen. He sprung that. Look, in the broadcast, in live action view, look at this. This is not a block in the back. This is Grant Haley making the block to spring this thing. Normally, guys, fair catch this. Look at Brandon Powell. He's going to get this. You do your job, boom. You do your job, boom. There's more jobs being done. That's Bryson Hopkins. Nice block. You're going to get a nice block from Michael Hoyt downfield. down to like the past the 50, and now he's already gotten a nice shove. This is not a block in the back, by the way, from Buddy Howell on the punter. And this guy is very fast, so he's gone. Love it. Absolutely love it. Brandon Powell can play, man. He is absolutely the kick returner and punt returner the Rams needed. But the Rams special teams unit has been night and day since the losing streak. They've really stepped up and made plays. I'm really impressed with the Rams special teams unit as of late. They had that little bit of a mishap. That was Jake Funk. That wasn't the special teams unit. And then once again, here they go with this drop kick. Watch this again. Drop kick kickoff. And they get so much hang time on it that this poor guy is going to catch this at the 5-yard line and get meat at the 9-yard line. He had 4 yards before he got hit. And that was a really nice job by Ben Skoranek down there on that play. Once again, credit the special teams unit. They successfully execute this, drop punt or drop, kick, and it works. All right, so now the Vikings are in trouble. Okay, they really just gave up that touchdown in the special teams unit. You can't do that. They have to go back out there if they want to win this game. Toss play. Aaron Donald knows what to do. This is just Aaron Donald, vintage Aaron Donald at his finest. When you look at what Aaron Donald represents to this team, it's everything. Look at this. Aaron Donald, for people that think that this guy has lost a step, you are out of your freaking mind. Look at this play. If you don't believe me, look at this play. Aaron Donald is going to split these two guys and this is just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Boom, there you go. There he is affecting a play on an 11-4 football team. That is a defensive player of the year, in my book. He's definitely in the running. Now, once again, you're going to see not a bad pocket. Cousins is going to be able to let this thing go, and he finds his man, his receiver, going to pick up yards. That is Justin Jefferson. That's also what happens when Justin Jefferson isn't covered by Jalen Ramsey exclusively. As you see here, he wasn't. Dante Dion. So there you go. Jefferson's a great receiver, but let's not act like he was doing that all day against Jalen Ramsey like some want to do. All right, anyway. Nice run there by Madison. How did this happen? So we go back here. We're going to watch. It's in the gun. And this is just a really nice job by the offensive line to carve out this much of a running lane. And this is the best run defense in the NFL, the Rams are. So they do give up these chunk plays, but at the end of the day, it's always going to amount to what they did throughout the course of the game. And keep in mind, what happened in this one, they are not as beefed up front. This is basically they have 2 defensive linemen. They have Okoronkwo out here, a little bit undersized outside linebacker, and Von Miller. So this is their package. They do not have, they gave these guys a little bit of a breather. Greg Gaines is not in, and neither is Ashawn Robinson. This is Marquise Copeland. And so on this play, they're able to find a crease. Copeland gets blown off the ball, and there you go. And Madison's a good running back, so, he makes a little bit of an extra push after that. So now, once again, in the shotgun, they're going to all right, let's run it with Madison again. Not to be. And you know why? Because this man right here, in number 32, Travin Howard. He is going to make this play. This is beautiful. This is what we're talking about. Travin Howard is going to be able to fill in for Ernest Jones. It's going to be painful to watch Jones gone because you can't help but think, this guy is getting better every week, and it sucks he's put in so much effort as a rookie, and he's played so well. But then you look at this, and you're like, well, this is the next man up league, and I get to watch this. This guy is he's very athletic. This is what I was saying all off season. Love to see it out of him. And, obviously he loves it. So now we're going to go into this. They're going to be under center. This is the toss. And they got some decent yards there, but nice little push. Nice way to finish there from Taylor Rapp. And so the Rams, Copeland's still in there, by the way. Greg Gaines getting a little bit of a breather. By the way, Greg Gaines ended up breaking one of the metatarsals in his hand, so that's why he's also not in there. So Marquise Copeland getting some playing time here. And this is another strike, not with Ramsey on him, but this is Justin Jefferson getting yards. And then, he, of course, has to do his little theatrics for the most part. But, all right, now we move on. Past the 30-yard line, the Vikings are in the gun. Hands it off. This is a good run by Kenny, Nwangwu, but He didn't have too many of those in this game. All right. Under center now in Wongwu. He's going to go out, but basically Kirk Cousins has already made up his mind. He's making this throw. Good throw. Good tackle. Very good tackle by Troy Reeder. That is to CJ Ham on the outside. All right, now Cousins and the Vikings are driving. They're in the gun here, and Cousins is going to throw this. And at this point, this is a beautiful I'm better than you type of play by Jalen Ramsey. He throws it to former 5th-round pick out of Miami, KJ Osborne. Osborne tries to take on Jalen Ramsey, but look at this battle. This is Jalen Ramsey basically asserting his dominance as the better player, just tossing him like he's nothing, shaking his head. You just love to see it. That's football in a nutshell. That is being an alpha male, and that is exactly what the Rams get every time number 5 walks onto the field. Look at this. This is just absolute domination. Other guys might have, faltered, and they would have been plowed into the end zone. Not him, and he's letting him know that. All right. In the shotgun here, Kirk Cousins. He's going to hand this thing off, and once again, you're going to see Aaron Donald having another Defensive Player of the Year moment. Look at this. This is really impressive, folks. This isn't talked about enough. Look at Donald. This is just, it's actually unfair to Donald that we just assume this now. Look at this. This is unreal. You can't, to blow off the ball like this. These guys, Copeland hasn't even met. He has not even met his man there. I believe that's Oli Udoh. He has not even hit him yet. They have not even contacted. These guys have, sure. But Aaron Donald is just a different animal. It quite simply put, he is just a different animal. And, when you look at him, he has not only met his man, these guys have as well. He has not only met his man, but we're talking about a guy that has already blown by his man. Look at this. By the way, love to see Bobby Brown in there. That is Bobby Brown. He was getting some playing time with with Greg Gaines on the sidelines getting his hand wrapped. But this is Aaron Donald. This is Aaron Donald in a nutshell. This is unbelievable. He could ragdoll him if you wanted to. That's the crazy thing. All right. Back in the gun, Kirk Cousins. What's going to happen here? Rams, that's a pretty good pocket for Cousins. What happened? So, throws this beautiful play. Once again, our guy, number 32. By the way, love that number for a linebacker. I don't know why. I think it looks pretty cool. Travin Howard is going to come out here, and he is going to make this play. This is not an easy play to make as a linebacker, but when you have that former defensive background, you're going to watch number 32 fly out here and make this play. And it is just a great play by Howard. And he's going to let him know it. Nope, you're not throwing that. Another field goal. The Rams defense was so dominant in this game. The performance they came away with was just so impressive to me. Just very good stuff out of the Rams defense. So now Stafford under center. He's going to hand it off. Sony Michelle. Look at this, man. Just that little hesitation move. I love it. So everybody doing their job, a little hesitation move, boom, gets through. Nice run by Michelle. We're going to watch again from this angle here. You have Tyler Higbee blocking. You have Cup blocking. Hesitation move and then getting Skinny there. To get Skinny in between those two, boom, there you go. That is how it's done. Nice run by Sony Michelle. All right. Under center again here. Looks like they're going to run it. Another jet motion. And yep, they're running it again. And this isn't really going to go that far, but these plays continue to punch the defense in the gut. They are body punches, essentially. I know everyone loves the flashy knockout, jabs to the face or even the haymakers, but this is not necessary in a game like this. This is a close game. The Rams still have to be concerned. They got to finish this thing. They've had, instances where they've turned the ball over, so they're really trying to be careful here. And these are body blows to this team. They don't have to be these 8, 9, 10-yard runs. They've already done that. Sony Michelle just running the ball is just putting a toll on this offense, or sorry, putting a toll on this defense. Excuse me. So that is the thing. And that's why when you keep doing this, this is an incredibly, I mean, look at this. You keep having this, like, he doesn't go down immediately, wearing down your defense. So back again, we're going to get that jet motion. We get a nice crease here. And look at this. Just love to see it. There's Ben Skoranek, by the way, blocking. Just, man. Jet motion. Skoranek motions out here. He's going to follow Skoranek. Nice block there by Skoranek. Really like seeing that. All right, now play action. Henderson is in. And he's going to fire this thing to Cooper Kupp. This is when they said he fumbled out of bounds. Look, the Vikings thinking they have this. I understand that they needed anything to happen. I've been there before. I've watched, the Sosar Rams, so I get it. But how could you think that this ball is a fumble? Like, I can't even imagine thinking this is a fumble, like, in being serious. I mean, it's not. He's out of bounds. So, obviously they blew it dead and everything. But anyway, under center, Henderson, this is sad. This is his best run of the day, his only run of the day, really. Goes for 17. Like I said, I don't know what it was with this team and grabbing guys by the arm and slamming them down. But, like, can we, tackle? Can we tackle better here? I mean, look, everyone wants to, crap on Henderson. And I get, he is injury prone to an extent because he just can't stay healthy. I mean, you got to feel for the guy, though. He puts in so much work. He has this play. By the way, this is very well executed by the Rams. This is great blocking by Van. Look at this. I mean, he's just trying to stiff arm the guy, which happens all the time. And he just rips his arm down. And it's like, just never ends with this guy. I mean, like, why is he tackling like that? Hate it, man. It's just so, it's like this common thing I noticed with this team is that they love, like, ripping guys down by the arm. You just knew that was not good. Man, you feel for him. Hope Henderson comes back and, he's ready to go for, potentially a Super Bowl run. But, you really feel for a guy like that. It puts in the effort. You feel for Ernest Jones. You hate injuries. You hate seeing him on film because when you see him on film versus when you see him in live action, you may not notice in live action. When you see it on film, you notice and you, like, feel for the guy. Like we were talking about earlier when we looked at Ernest Jones kind of limping. You could see that. Now, we're going to notice here, they're going to hand it off. Sony Michelle, go win the game. Go take him out. That's once again, another body blow. So the Rams are, pretty much killing clock and what have you. Now play action. Going to roll out here. Do you have Kupp? Not really. Do you have OBJ? Yes, you do. You got to hit this throw staff. That's really what it comes down to. I mean, look at all right, so look what happens here. So everybody does their job. And you have OBJ. And he's probably in the end zone by the end of this play. Maybe 43 gets to him. But you got to do a better job. You can't be throwing this. This is Baker Mayfield territory. You can't be doing that. So, yeah, that's incomplete. All right, back empty set. We're going to see it. And Stafford may have held on to the ball too long, but he did complete the throw. Not the greatest throw, but he did complete the throw to Higbee. I do like when he puts Sony up there for the blitz pickup. And this is a thing that's underrated about Stafford. Goff never did this. Watch this again. Goff never did this. This is Stafford being like, all right, get in there. We see Kendricks. Kendricks is not going to bluff this. He is blitzing. No doubt about it. And he doesn't care that he's letting you know it. So this is great. Sony comes in. He steps up. Alaric Jackson steps up. And then Stafford just has to kind of, reposition himself in the pocket, make this throw. It's not the, best throw in the world, but it's a good throw. And of course, great catch by Tyler Higbee sliding. All right, now here we go, running this ball. Not really anything there, but again, these are body blows. It's still hurting the Vikings. You continue to run. It hurts the clock. It hurts them. They have to continue to go up against this guy. it's brutal, man. He's forcing contact. I mean, you watch it, he's running into people's faces. So now you have empty set here. You have 5 wide. Where's he going to go? He knows where he's going to go. He's going to go to Kupp there. I didn't really love that, but whatever. So now you have Kupp. And that was also incomplete anyway. So now it's 3rd down. You got to have this, right? I mean, the way the Vikings have battled in this game, your defense is dominating. They can't stop the run, but they're still in this game. They continue to battle. So what is happening here? Well, we're going to see Stafford, touchdown, OBJ. How did this happen? We're going to go back, watch OBJ. He's going to be here. OBJ, just beautiful, man. He schools him on that route. That's what happens. Let's watch Alaric Jackson. All right, well, I'm going to say this right now. A little bit of a jump. But I almost feel like that was such a great jump that might not have actually been off. It might not have been a false start, but actually just perfect. So he's ready to go. He feels kind of a little outplaced because he did it a little early, or it was perfect. But either way, he's got Wonham one-on-one. Wonham can't get through him. Nice job there. And then you watch Stafford complete this thing. Once again, you'll see Stafford, he's maneuvering through. He was following Kupp here. I think he entertained that, but he saw Barr and was like, no, I'm not going to try that. And then he knew he was going to OBJ. Beautiful. Right in the back of the end zone near the pylon. He loves it. And the Rams are going to get their touchdown there. Pretty much ice the game. They got to take care of business moving forward here. So we're going to see it. Vikings. Play action. They're going to dump this thing off to Conklin. Once again, they did a really nice job. This screen goes quite a bit because the Rams did a nice job in coverage. And, that's going to happen. I mean, they continue to do that, and it works. But now here it is. Floyd, he's getting pushed away. You're going to have this throw. This is a nice completed pass to KJ Osborne. So, yeah. Now here, play action. And Cousins is in trouble. Once again, another screen is going to get them some yards here. Tackled by Travin Howard. But, this is the problem when the Rams are in a predicament here. They're up 2 possessions. They're playing, okay, like just run out the clock. They're fine giving up yards. But, you just don't want to give up the touchdown in this scenario. So they are playing a little bit off, which is allowing them to do stuff like this. But the great thing about this tackle here that might go unnoticed, if you watch Travin Howard here. So Howard is pretty much blocked out of this play, but he doesn't give up. He twists around, he goes up, he tackles him, and the reason for it, he's not paying attention. This could be a forced fumble, but more importantly, he doesn't get out of bounds. This is a really nice job by Travin Howard to make sure he is still in bounds and the clock continues to move. All right, let's go to here. You're going to see once again another, screen. They do a nice job. Collins going up top, Rapp going on bottom against Kenny Nwangwu. And now the Vikings. They're getting to the point, are we going to kick a field goal? Are we going to score a touchdown? To me, I think you kind of have to go for the touchdown if you even want to have a chance. So Cousins is going to go back to pass here. He's going to find KJ Osborne for the touchdown. Darius Williams, really a bummer that he allowed this. I thought he was in good position and just, he gave this thing up. Watch again here. Yeah, just a good throw by Cousins, obviously. Would have liked to see Darius Williams make that play and stop him, but not to be. We move on. Rams are going to get the ball back. Sony Michelle bottled up. I didn't really like how they did that. All right, next play here in the gun. Hand it off to Sony Michelle. Not a bad run. And then this play here on 3rd down. I like that they are throwing here. They go. Kupp gets this huge play. This is really the game being over. Okay. They needed this badly. They didn't want to punt it back to, the Vikings following that, giving up that touchdown. So this is a nice play by Stafford. And you could see Kupp is he's got plenty of yards. There you go. And it's going to come down to, a couple of these plays. They're going to be cautious. They're going to side on the side of caution here. And man, Stafford, this is crazy because he got tripped up and he was losing he almost fumbles this ball. He's able to pass it off to Sony Michelle. Michelle runs, and he's going to get those yards, get the first down. Beautiful. Rams are going to, continue to run this ball. Michelle getting more yards, although he does go out of bounds there. Jake Funkin. That goes nowhere. Now, empty set. Stafford pass to Kupp. He's going to get the first. Rams first and goal. Hands it off. Shell. Not the worst, obviously. Now, for whatever reason they run that, I don't know why. I actually don't have a freaking clue why they ran that play. So then they're going to settle for the field goal. This is one of those things. I want to stop the video for a sec. We're almost done with this, but I want to see these become touchdowns. Please, for the love of God, I'm not trying to complain too much, but watching this, I feel like they got way too conservative there. I understand they don't need a touchdown necessarily, but it's just good for the future. It's good to know that you can do it. And they do have moments in the game where it's a lot closer and they need a touchdown and they settle for a field goal. And I just feel like, they got to get better in that aspect. I feel like this team should be averaging 32 points per game instead of, around 28. And maybe that's just me, being, complaining and all of that. But I don't know. I do feel like they should be scoring more touchdowns and settling for less field goals. But it is a good sign, though. It's a good feeling. Matt Gay comes on, and when he comes on to kick a field goal, it's like that. There it is. He's going to hit it most of the time, and he's tied for first in the league in points scored this season, so that has to make you feel good. So, I get that, but it's just it's the aspect of continuing to score touchdowns, having that consistency in the red area. You just definitely want to see it, especially come playoff time. So yeah, we're getting close to the end of this. And, to be honest with you, I thought the Rams just did a really nice job to close this out. Once again, that goes for nowhere. Cousins is looking. He gets pressure, pump fake. I don't really know what happened there, but the Rams stopped him. The Rams sacked him 3 times. They've done a nice job again in the quarterback. They could probably have more sacks, but trying to get rid of it too quickly. This can't be completed, though, in my opinion. I mean, you got to do a better job. This just isn't good enough at the end of the game like this. The point is you're not supposed to allow them to get those. You're supposed to allow them to get the chip plays, the cheap shots, but not the big plays downfield. And there's a missed throw that, could have helped them out. Now, Cousins, he's getting chased, and man, this is... I know they don't get the fumble somehow, but yeah, just look at Aaron Donald. I mean, this is just insane. He plays this so well, and Von Miller, I don't know how he didn't recover, but he also had a good game. Yeah, you kind of honestly feel somewhat bad for the Vikings. I mean, this is their season, and they have to play against the Rams at this point. This is not a team I'm wanting to play against right now. If I'm any other team, if I'm trying to get into the playoffs, I'm not wanting to play against this team right now. I'm just not. They're just playing with, and they're fine, by the way. He's going to do that, but they're fine letting him use the clock. That's inbounds. Him getting up and doing that is just kind of dumb. Like, as you can see, there's 42 seconds left. They're up 30-20. I mean, they get the field goal, but then now they have to go for the onside kick. And gets it, seals the game for the Rams. As you know, they didn't get the onside kick against Arizona, and there you go. So it was a while. I know it took a while. I haven't done this in a while. I didn't isolate one part of the ball. I wanted to, kick this thing back off with a bang. Hopefully it doesn't get copyright claimed. At this point, I don't care. Appreciate you guys so much for tuning in to the Jake Ellenbogen film room. I spent a lot of time on this, so I hope you guys will enjoy it. I'm going to be doing more of these, and we'll dive into them a little bit. Maybe focus more on the offense and then the defense, but breaking them up might be the right way. But I don't know. I found it fun either way. I thought there was a lot to take away from this game. My takeaways, Stafford didn't play as bad as everyone wants to say. 3 interceptions suck, but if you're a box score watcher, then you're going to think he looked absolutely terrible, and he made the throws he needed to make. And I thought you saw some great stuff out of Sony Michelle, a guy that's able to run with not only power but just violence, pure violence, running in the teeth of the defense. Saw great things out of OBJ, his ability to create yards of separation. Cooper Kupp, of course, Van Jefferson in the blocking game. He didn't really have to, impact the game as a receiver this week, but, he made his presence felt as a blocker. Daryl Henderson, really my heart goes out to him. He's worked so damn hard, and just to see him go down with another injury, it's just so brutal. And he looked explosive on that play in particular. Alaric Jackson, what can you say? The guy was just so good, exactly what you need at left tackle. Really good seeing him. The rest of the offensive line did well. Rob Havenstein balled out, man. Tyler Higbee was just such a model of consistency in this one. And then the defense, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, A'Shawn Robinson, they all did what they needed to do. Travin Howard stepping up, Troy Reeder stepping up, Jalen Ramsey asserting that dominance. Taylor Rapp having a solid game. There's a lot to like about this team going into this week against the Ravens, but that'll be next week. We'll talk about that in more depth. We'll have the Ravens and Rams all 22 probably Wednesday of next week. I want to do them on Wednesday if I can. So that is going to do it for this. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like. Be sure to comment. Help this channel out. Help the video out. I would really appreciate it. Share around if you want to. I'm not the best X's and O's, guys, but I do try my best to break it down to a way that might be a little bit more understandable for somebody that may not even know personnel grouping and things like that. So I hope I did a good enough job for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys soon. So take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Later.